The galaxy had seen wars that erased planets. It had seen species wiped out in a single night. But nothing prepared it for what happened the day two grieving parents arrived on Earth. Not to fight, not to negotiate, but to bury their child. The ship no one feared. Earth's orbital sensors detected the vessel, hours before it entered the atmosphere. Military analysts were confused. No weapon signatures, no escort fleet, no defensive systems online. Just one small ship, slow, damaged. This wasn't an invasion. This was a funeral procession. When the ship descended over Geneva, people around the world stopped what they were doing. Traffic froze. Offices went silent. Schools turned on live feeds. Something about that ship felt heavy, as if it carried more than metal and passengers, as if it carried grief. The parents. The hatch opened. Two figures stepped out. They were Vailari, tall, luminous beings known across the galaxy for logic and restraint, a species famous for never letting emotion interfere with diplomacy. Yet these two could barely stand. Between them floated a small crystalline cradle. Inside it lay a child. Small hands folded, skin dimmed of its natural glow, eyes closed forever. The mother's legs trembled. The father held her up even though his own strength was breaking. Across the galaxy, billions leaned closer to their screens, because everyone recognized that posture. Every species, every world. The posture of parents who had lost everything. The request that silenced Earth. The Vailari ambassador's voice cracked as he spoke. "We did not come as representatives of our people," he said. "We came as parents." He paused, fighting tears his species was never meant to show. "Our child studied humans. Your wars, your sacrifices, your stories of love surviving pain." He swallowed. When asked where they felt safest, they said Earth. A wave of disbelief swept the planet. The ambassador lowered his head. "Our traditions demand we bury our child where their soul feels peace." Then he looked up. "May we bury them on your world?" The longest pause in human history. For 7 seconds, Earth said nothing. No politician rushed to answer. No general spoke. No scientist interrupted. 7 seconds doesn't sound long, but when the entire planet is holding its breath, it feels like eternity. Then something unexpected happened. The response didn't come from a leader. It came from people. A human woman, just a civilian, was heard whispering on a hot mic. "Of course they can." Another voice joined. "No parent should beg for that." Soon the feeds were flooded. "Let them bury their child. We know that pain. They're not alone." Earth's official response followed shortly after. Only 3 words. "They are family." The funeral. The burial took place in a quiet valley. No monuments, no weapons, no politics. Just sky, grass, wind. Human parents were invited, not as spectators, as equals. Mothers who still set plates for children who never came home. Fathers who kept old shoes in closets they couldn't open. Parents who knew the exact second their lives had split in two. When the coffin was lowered, the Vailari mother collapsed completely. Her scream never came. Instead, she went silent. That was worse. A human mother stepped forward without thinking. She wrapped her arms around her. No words, no translation, just 2 mothers holding each other over a grave. Neither of them should have been standing beside. Across the galaxy, hardened soldiers wiped their eyes. Why the child died. After the burial, the parents asked to speak. Their voices were steady now, but hollow. "Our child did not die by accident," the father said. Shock rippled outward. They volunteered to stay behind during the mission. A breath caught in humanity's chest. The systems failed. Lives would be lost. He looked directly into the camera. So our child stayed? The Galactic Council had hidden this truth. They feared humans would demand justice. They misunderstood humanity completely. Humanity's answer. Humans didn't shout. They didn't threaten. They honored. The child's name was etched into Earth's records, not as an alien casualty, but as a protector. A global memorial of light was built, visible from space. A shared scholarship between species was created in their name, and Earth declared a new day of remembrance. Then came the decision that shook the stars. Earth opened itself as a burial world. Any species, any child, any protector lost in the defense of others, they could rest on Earth. The Deathworld became the place where grief went to heal. The galaxy rewrites history. Emergency session. Full council. The verdict was unanimous. Humanity is no longer classified as a death world. The new title entered the archives. Humanity, the bearers of grief. A species that didn't run from pain. A world that didn't turn away from loss. Final goodbye. Before leaving, the Valari father returned to the grave. He placed his hand on the soil. "We came to bury our child," he whispered. "We found a home." The wind moved softly, and for the first time since the universe took their child, the parents felt peace. Why the galaxy never forgot. Historians would later write, "Many worlds know how to fight, few know how to mourn." And when parents arrived to bury their child, humanity stood with them.